Hi YouTube, and welcome to this video in which I'm looking at my guitar tuners. I've got two. I started off with the Mugig or the Mugig. This is a unit that I bought when I first got my guitar, and I've used it a few times but not very many. And then I've got my iPhone, which is running the Guitartuna application that is quite popular. And the main reason why I've got the iPhone option is because I was at one of my music lessons and I didn't have my Mugig with me, and my guitar tutor brought the Guitartuna up on his phone and we both tuned to the same application at the same time, so we knew that we were in tune together. So that's obviously a bonus for the Guitartuna. One of the downsides to the iPhone is if you want to use your iPhone for something else, then it's very difficult to use the tuner. If you've got a battery issue, then again you could end up with no tuner if your battery is flat. And secondly, you can't actually fix it into your guitar when you can with the Mugig. So let's just move the iPhone out of the way at the moment, and we'll open up the Mugig box. There's just 2 pages of instructions that come with the unit. It's all fairly straightforward. You get 2 batteries. I've actually swapped mine out for Duracells because I prefer those. You have the Mugig unit, just move the box out of the way, and then you have this jack and cable to connect or clamp this to an acoustic guitar, which you then plug into the input jack in the Mugig so that you can pick up the vibrations. I also believe, although I've not tried it myself, that you can plug an electric guitar into the jack and tune that way. So obviously that is something that is quite useful if you are in a noisy environment. Let's say you are preparing for a performance and there's lots of people tuning up or a lot of background noise, then physically plugging in your guitar and picking up the vibrations would be preferable to using the microphone which is on the Mugig, and that will be listening out for your guitar. Okay, so let's just turn it on. We do that by just holding the first button for a couple of seconds, and this has brought me into my tuner. As you can see now, it's trying to tune to my voice, so it's bouncing around all over the place. If the note is low, then you'll get the red light come on because you are flat. If it is high, then you will get the right hand light come on, as it is now, to say that you're sharp. And if it's correct, you'll get the green light on, so you can just see that just flashing as it tries to find the pitch of my voice. Now this is set to 440 for the pitch, and you can adjust that accordingly. I usually leave mine at 440, which I think is a factory set. And you'll see that I'm on G, which is for guitar. But you've also got a B for bass, V for violin, U for ukulele, and C for chromatic. So you've got a nice lot of options there. I usually have mine on G for guitar. And you can see that you've got the visual indicator with the diagram to show how flat or sharp your note is, and you've also got the lights on the top as well. So we'll come back to that in a minute and we'll tune the guitar. If we then hit the input button a second time, sorry, push it and hold it, then we go through to the metronome feature, and in here we have a tempo that we can adjust up and down. I'll leave it on 100 beats per minute for the moment. We then have a number of different beats that we can set and a number of different rhythms that we can set. So with the rhythm, you've just got a single note, double, and then you can scroll through a good number of rhythms that are available to you. And with regards to the beats, there's 1, 2, right the way through to 9. So I just take that back to 0, and we will start the metronome running. And just because we are on a single beat, I should have pointed out that there is a volume control on the side here, and also headphones, so you can plug your headphones in so you can listen to the metronome running. And you can see now that we just got a single note, single beat, and we can adjust that just by pressing the second button, I'm getting different beats. And you can see you've got your first note is flashing up red in a slightly different tone, and then each other beat is green. So that's giving us 4 beats per bar. So 9 beats are all of the options that we have there. That'll be 9 beats per bar, I'm assuming. And then we come back to 0. I'm just going to set that to 4 for the moment. And then on the far side here, for under the sound, we can then change the rhythm. This is quite a nice little feature. Okay, I don't think I'll try that one anytime soon. So quite a few different choices in there as far as the metronome is concerned. Like I said, it's a good quality plastic that it's made out of. You've got the batteries go in the back here, and you've also got a stand so that you can stand it up different levels if you wish to. All in all, quite a nice little unit. So then we have the iPhone application. Now I'm running the free version on here. You can have a paid version which gives you access to a few more features, and I'm assuming this is made or somehow sponsored by Yousician, because down the bottom here we've got a couple of options for Yousician and also the songs on Yousician. So the only items that I use here are the first 3, and the first one is tools, and on there I've got my metronome. And this is actually quite a nice metronome. So the first thing that we can do is we can set the number of beats. So if I set that to 4, and then you can just drag around this outer circle to set the beats per minute. So at 98 beats per minute, I can play that. You get a nice green and white visual indicator, as well as the indicator along the bottom. And the other thing that I quite like about this is you can also tap out a number of beats per minute. So you could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Much slower. And it's very quick and easy to change. So we could do 9, 8. Let's just take that round to 100, it'll be a bit easier. Or we could set that to 1, 4. So quite a nice lot of options there for you. Just turn that one off. Then we've also got some games. Oh, sorry, on the tools you've also got your chord library, where you can just scroll through the chords. So we're on C major at the moment. You can click across to C minor, 5, 7, major 7. Quite a few different options in here, and you can see the different chord diagrams at the bottom. Let's just go back to the majors. So quite a lot of diagrams in here, which is quite useful for learning those when you're on the road. I've done that several times. You've got C, you've got C sharp, D, whole load of different options with regards to those, which is quite nice. You then got your games. Now with the games, there are some chords that you can learn. Most of them are locked, and I believe that you've got to pay for the paid application to actually get into the locked options. But you can go through, it will tell you what the chord is. You tap to continue, it gives you a D as well. Then you need to say whether this is a D or a G. So it's a D. Oops, sorry, that's a G. That's a G again. And you just try and do these as quickly as you can, and then it throws in additionals. So that's E. That is a G. You get the idea. And then you get the chord diagrams as well, which you can work on, where this will now give you the G chord, show you how to play it, and then it will ask you for a chord. You then have to pick the correct notes and the correct number of strings to get it correct. So there's just a few little games in there and a few others. I won't go through all of those. And then we've got our Guitartuna, which it gives you the different strings. Now there's no way of connecting this to a guitar, so it is all done audibly, and as you pick a string, it will pick up and work out which one you've played. So let's just go ahead and try that now with the two units side by side. Right, I haven't got my guitar hooked up to a amplifier or anything, so what we'll do is we go with the high E string, wait for the two to settle down, and then you can see pretty much that both of the units have picked up the note. So I'm slightly low on both of those, so if I then just change the guitar tuner on the guitar, then you can see the guitar tuner is picking that up, and also the Mugig as well. So if I now try the B string, wait for it to settle down, then we're straight on to the B. I do tend to find that the iPhone is a little bit more forgiving, as in as the pitch of the note changes, it does actually hold it, whereas the Mugig will initially pick it up and then it will go off. But otherwise, yeah, two very nice units. I do like the way that we've got the lights showing whether you're flat or sharp. In the same way you've got the indicator here going left and right. And it's nice the way that both of the units show you which note that it's found. So obviously the iPhone application was free. It's just going to be a couple of £2 I would have thought for the paid version. The Mugig I've had for a while, so I don't know if it's still available. I picked mine up on eBay when I first got my guitar about a year ago, and it cost me about £3 or £4. At the time I think there were £5 or £6 on Amazon. There may well be a new version out, but I'd have a look on Amazon if that's what you would like. And I think it's a really nice little unit to keep in your box for those times when the audible unit on the iPhone doesn't work, or your iPhone battery's getting a bit flat. Anyway, that's this video. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell for future videos that I produce, and I'll see you again on YouTube very soon. Thanks so much. Bye bye.